You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. You're looking to get away from it all? I found just the place. This is Ann and Dan Bauer, and they're at, what's the name of the place?
Watkins Brewery.
Watkins Brewery, and it used to
Correct.
be a brewery, and this used to be run by the grape company?
Well, that was an interim step, but the brewery had it in the late 1800s, and there was also a flour mill, and they used the lake as their transportation through barges through the years.
And now you can rent a place here right on the lake.
Absolutely.
And have a vacation, and you can rent it for a week, a month, or whatever.
That's correct. So we call ourselves...
You must be rich from all this.
I'm not. Actually, I have partners.
His wife is laughing at that. She doesn't get enough house money.
That's right.
Right now, the bank in
I don't know. Whenever I say that, all wives say, that's right. Mine included. Go ahead, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No. So 7 units, and we have the great view of the lake, which I'm sure you'll see as part of this. And the big nut here is we're connected to the community, so people are able to walk downtown. So once you're here, you really don't have to get out of your car again, or you leave your car and you can stay in the units.
And there's garage space in the building?
There is, and there's 4 of the units have a garage space on the lowest floor, and 3 of the units have a large bedroom area down there. So we have a variety of sleeping from 4 to 8 folks in the places that we have. So there are 3 stories. We've inverted them, so the top level is your living space, and that's where you get this fantastic view that we're looking at out
And
here.
7 units combined? 7 altogether?
That's correct. They're individual.
So you better order quickly, otherwise they go.
That's correct. So our back engine is VRBO. You can get on there and you can actually do a rental through that. We also have our website, watkinsbrewery.com. VRBO is Vacations by Owner.
Aye.
And it's a site that allows us to manage our calendar.
A lot of this stuff I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the young folks are really using that, and us that are on the older side
thanks.
don't. I put myself with you.
So, and is it expensive?
Well, the prices range across the sector, so we price ourselves by the day, with the pricier days being the weekend. We try to get people to stay entire weeks. That's what we're trying to do, is bring people to Watkins Glen and the region for an entire week. So the price ranges, you have to get on and put the days in specifically that you want to come, and then your price comes up specific with that.
And roughly what is it for a week?
That's really hard to say. At this time of year particularly, it'd probably be in the range of...
We're at the peak season. It'd be around $2,200.
Something in that range.
$2,200 a week.
Correct. And then some people, we have a 4-day minimum, and some people will stay for the 4 days.
You have spent a great deal fixing this up. This is beautiful, clean, big windows, doors, terraces, everything.
Yeah, so it was quite a project. We had a lot of support from the community. Of course, we worked very closely with Corning Enterprises, Tom Tranter and friends, who helped us through the ESD, the Economic Development Grant Program through the state. Otherwise, this project wouldn't have been possible. And there was a lot of work to be done. This building sat here basically vacant other than storage for the last 25 years.
Really?
And it needed a lot of developers. 12 different developers looked at the project and couldn't make it work. And so we went to the state and said, with a little help, we think we could. And we did.
That would make you feel very proud.
The group is proud. There's a group of the 8 of us together that own this. We got together to make it happen, and I think people feel really good, because as you come into town, it's changed the whole way Watkins looks from this end. It's really
It's
helped.
so easy to be here.
It is. It's an easy spot. I fell in love with this place many years ago and started looking at it. We have a little spot down on the shoreline, which we have a place for people to sit by the shore. They also have access here to the lake. We have a dock for everyone. If you lease a space here or rent, you have a space, a dock space to get into the lake with your boat, and a place to sit by the lake.
And a place that you can recommend where you can rent a boat.
Absolutely.
I bet you can recommend all kinds of things.
We can, and that's one of the things we do. I mean, you're looking out at Captain Bill's right here. You're watching his dinner cruise boat go out. You've got the True Love across the sailboat rides that are here, and we can see those go out in the bay from where we're at, and people can walk to them and enjoy them. So there's lots to do around here, as well as the downtown eateries, which lots of places to go.
But this is kind of a labor of love for you and your wife. You have another business too.
I do. I'm in the engineering business, but my wife is managing this, and we both love it. We love it so much over here that it's so easy to tell people this is a great spot to be because we enjoy it.
Now, tell me, can I don't know, can you hear? Can you catch? Yeah, you can hear.
I can.
I wanted to know, do you have any funny stories about this place?
Funny stories?
Yeah, there must have been some hilarious things that have happened when you've been putting it together and
Well,
have
actually, the
mishaps and
funny
funny
stories came before.
Oh,
Before. Construction was pretty smooth. But prior to that, the building being vacant, we had a lot of interesting entries into the building. I have a golf cart. We had a boy hotwire the golf cart and steal it out of the building
really?
and drive it 7 miles up the road. But interesting views. As we sit on the dock and watch over onto the community dock, we do see some
what a life you have.
some fun items over there. We love it here.
This is the famous dock
The famous
with,
dock,
with
the
the
community
logo
dock.
on the front.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is. Weddings. I mean, over here we see all kinds of weddings, every kind of dress. Of course, the new rage is fluorescent colors for the dresses.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, we see pink fluorescent and green fluorescent. It's really
For weddings?
It's wild. Yes, it's fantastic.
We came by here the other day, and there was a wedding taking place, but the bride was wearing a dress that was like bathing suit size.
Ooh, interesting.
It was interesting, yes, it was. We were kind of surprised.
I think that would have surprised me a little bit, but we keep our glasses, our binoculars to watch everything over there because it's fascinating. Of course, when this was an old brick building, people used to paint things on the side, and the camera folks would come in and take pictures of people before weddings, and they'd have little sayings and hearts painted on the side of the building. That was the only piece we were sad to get rid of. That was hard.
Tell me now, where do people contact you if they want to rent or make a deal?
So the easiest place is VRBO, right online, or direct to our website. We like that. We have a great website, and that'll bounce you right to the calendar and let you get on, and that's WatkinsBrewery.com. So that's a very direct spot. Lots of pictures on there, lots of connectivity, and make it very easy to jump off and get yourself a room.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dormann.
Give them a call.
I will.
Give her.
Thank you.
No, not him. Give her a call.
I agree.
She knows everything.
I'll be glad to take those calls.
Thank you very, very
Thank
much.
you.
Oh, what nice warm hands you have. Wow. Charming couple. Give them a ring. It'd be nice to say hello to them when you're here. I'll be in the other room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Yeah, it's going down. We about to live it up, y'all. Let's go.
It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. We on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Don't be scared, take a chance. Come on, give me a hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gon' make you jump, jump, jump. This is home. This is the place. We break it out, we sing it loud, scream and shout. This is home. Hey, yeah. This is home.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Are you looking to furnish something like your home or the office, but with unusual things? There's a place in Corning right on Market Street, and it's run by Jolie Guiles. Jolie Guiles.
Yes, sir.
And it's called?
East End Furnishings.
And what's the address?
94 East Market Street.
They have things. You got to come and see because you have to pick out the things that they have. Well, we're going to give you a little tour, but that's your job because now all I have to do is introduce her. I got so excited here. Introduce her, and she's going to explain everything, right?
Sure, absolutely.
How did you get to do this? Is this a labor of love?
Are
you reasonably wealthy for doing it? You have to. I mean, do you buy all of these pieces of furniture because you have used, antiques, new,
yes,
and an imagination. A lot of imagination in the place.
A lot of imagination, a lot of creativity. My husband has always had a love for furniture, and he has two sisters also in the furniture business. So just recently, this last year, we decided to make our own plunge and do something that we could enjoy together. So that's what we did.
It's nice to have an assistant like that.
Yes.
He's the assistant, right?
He is, one that I can boss around and tell what to do and where to go.
And you're open 7 days a week, 6 days?
6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6, and Sundays, noon to 5.
And if people want to know what kind of things you have that they might like to have, where can they call us? Look, you're on the web too, I guess.
We are. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We also have a Google address, which is just under East End Furnishings. And a number that could be that I could be reached at would be 607-731-8288.
Now explain why they should come here and what you have that they got to have. They have a lot of signs here that are very funny too. Where'd you come up with them?
Well, we had a young man, he is local in Horseheads that makes these signs. We just kind of talked with him about bringing in some different pieces that tourists can take with them. It's kind of harder for tourists to take a dresser home with them to, let's say, Canada, or I've actually helped customers take furniture as far away as North Carolina. So we brought in the signs so it would be basically a carry-on.
And what does some of the signs say? Give us an example.
Some of them say live, laugh, love, which is like a primitive sign that a lot of people are buying for their homes. We have faith, family, and friends, live by the sun, love by the moon, which is one of my favorites.
But you have such a happy personality. You know, when you smile, your cheeks go up.
Yeah, and they usually turn bright red. I try to just live every day for the day. Yeah.
What kind of specific furnishing can we show that it's unusual that people would like? They need to come here to see it.
We definitely look for the most unusual pieces.
Show us some. He'll photograph them.
We have in the back of our store. We have a very early piece. It's it's called a linen press or a linen. Yeah, a linen press. I apologize. And it's an English piece of furniture. It's a very early piece. It's an antique, and it's from England.
What is a press?
It's basically, it was used for like a dresser back in the day. This one in particular, someone has used for a entertainment center.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a cabinet, in other words.
Yes.
That you fill with whatever. Where does the linen press come from? They just put linen in the drawers?
Linen in the drawers, yes. Yep.
What else have you got that I can't resist?
Oh, well, we do have a collection of Hitchcock furniture, a couple of dressers, and a table.
Now, for somebody that doesn't know Hitchcock, I mean, Alfred Hitchcock we know, but
right.
Who is this Hitchcock?
Hitchcock, he was a furniture designer. They did a lot of painting on the furniture itself and gave it a little life of its own. Back in the 1830s is when it all began, and it is more vintage now in reproduction pieces, yet you can find some antique Hitchcock.
In the Scandinavian countries, they used to paint furniture, they used to paint flowers, roses.
Yes.
It was called rose painting.
Oh, yeah.
And that then spread. Is that something like this?
It is very similar. Yes, it is. They do a lot of different trims, flower prints, different designs, mostly a floral.
And then you've got lamps, baskets, new things.
Yes. We have brand new Tiffany-inspired lamps. We have a supplier for those. And they are very similar.
Where is that? Do you have that here in the store?
We do. They're right over here on this dresser. Is one of them. And I just placed an order yesterday for another shipment.
Love makes a house a home.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at all of these things. All of me loves all of you.
Yes.
Gee, we're getting to be very friendly here. So what is the great bargain?
Well,
because I assume you're inexpensive but fair.
Yes. We try not to break anybody's bank. As a young couple ourselves, my husband and I started dating when I was 16. Of course, we had...
A year ago?
Well, yeah, I'd like to think of it as a year ago. But actually 27 years ago.
Really?
Yes. And so furnishing our own home, we wanted to make sure that helping others furnish their homes, they weren't looking for nice pieces and having to spend a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So our goal is to bring furniture in, not with a large markup, and make it move out the door.
How do you, if somebody comes like from North Carolina and sees a piece, how do you ship it to them?
Well, we have the UPS store right behind us, and so we have worked with them.
And you can do it for a reasonable cost?
Yes. It's usually upon the customer to pay that shipping cost, but we take it over for them. We get that boxed up for them, and then they pay the shipping, and it's on its way.
Now tell me something. Of all of the things that you have here,
yes,
which is the one that would really pain you to sell, that you want to keep forever?
Oh, goodness.
Your very own. But I suspect if there was one, you already have it at home.
No, because almost everything that we bring in the store, my husband and I would love to take home. We look for pieces that we love as well as we're hoping everybody else loves. But I do have a rocker in the store that I got last Saturday, and I absolutely adore it.
But you're not going to sell it?
I am going to sell it.
What does it cost?
$179.
We must talk. My wife loves rockers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a ladies' rocker, so it sits fairly low.
Oh, are we lucky?
Yes.
Well, we have to take a look at this.
Well, and
don't show this on camera. We may be sold. Anyway, they have to come and talk to you.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, they do.
And you're going to be here.
Yes, I will be.
It's just a wonderful place. The problem is you can't leave here without wanting something. And so we bid a fond farewell. They're selling this too, but I'm going to buy it. It's an old carriage hat, the fellow that used to drive the carriage for the horses, and we sat in the back. Is this pretty snazzy?
It is. You look very nice.
I look very nice. I'm keeping this. Thank you. We'll meet you here. See you soon.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
This is home. This is the place. Hey, yeah. This is home.
Now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
I heard about a fascinating group of people who help other people, but they do it in a unique way. I know nothing about this group except that this could be a very exciting thing for somebody like you that might need some help. And this is the fellow that's going to explain it, because you're president of what?
I'm the president of Ithaca Generator.
Ithaca Generator, and that means you generate things for other people.
Well, we provide an avenue for folks to generate what they're imagining.
You have a good voice, you know, you really sound good there. Do you sing?
No, not in a while.
Not in a while.
Not in the shower.
Say your name.
My name is Elliot Wells.
And what's the address? And get rid of that stuff first. The address, the name, phone number.
We're based here in Press Bay Alley in Ithaca, New York. Our address would be 116 West Green Street if you want to mail us any checks. But your best bet for getting here would be to look for Press Bay Alley. And our shop is located right behind me under the loading dock here in Ithaca, New York.
Under the loading dock
That's
means
correct.
It's pretty small rent.
Our rent is affordable, which is the way we like it. But we have about 2,500 square feet of workshop space now.
And what does it do, really?
So, we're a collection of members. We all pay our dues to be here, so we're all volunteers.
How much?
Between $35 and $75 a month for different levels of access. And what we've collected over the last several years is a collection of tools, from welding tools, woodworking tools, high-tech 3D printers, laser cutters, fabrication tools, a bike shop, screen printing equipment, so that folks who want to join for less than the cost of a gym membership can come in, get access to knowledgeable folks, engineers, artists, community builders, and realize their dream. And some of those folks will become entrepreneurs. They'll launch a business. Some of them will make gifts for their families. Some of them will, explore a new career option.
And whose idea was this?
We were founded by a group of about 12 folks. I came on later, but our founders were mostly folks who had kids and families and jobs, and many of them worked at Cornell, or Lawrence was one of them. He works here in the alley. Mm-hmm. And they wanted a space where their kids could take apart VCRs, where they could work together to
Lawrence, you just mentioned Lawrence. He's the bicycle shop.
That's correct. Yes.
He's vice president.
That's correct.
And we interviewed him last year.
Okay.
How did you get to be president?
Well, I was elected by the membership.
I know that, but did you run? Or is this just something they got you because they couldn't find anybody else?
Oh, they wrote me into it. There were a few folks who were nominated, and in an entirely civil member meeting, I was elected by the membership.
So. This must be a wonderful thing for people who need help and don't have tools.
Yes, especially folks who live downtown in Ithaca here. Mm-hmm. Many landlords may not be amenable to, they may not want
the noise and stuff.
The noise and the dust, yeah.
What do you do in real life?
I'm a project manager, so I work for a company that manages volunteer builds. We build playgrounds and municipal municipal scale infrastructure. So that keeps me on the road a few weeks of the year.
And you do this as a labor of love, more
Yes,
or less.
yeah, it's a volunteer.
That's pretty nice. You have a lot of people like that in Ithaca. This is kind of a volunteer city with many nice projects.
In some ways, yeah. In some ways, it's very rewarding to be part of this. There's a lot of the folks here have been mentors to me, and I get to be a mentor to kids who come in, and I feel like we're doing something that might not otherwise happen for the community.
And you are. What's an example of something that's happened where somebody's come to you and they needed something and you were able to either put them together with the tools or put them together with a person who's going to give them a great success in life?
Well, one of our youngest members is just 16. He's a astoundingly skilled machinist and young engineer, brilliant. And he decided to build a huge kinetic work of art for the Ithaca Fest this year. Thousands of dollars of materials would be needed, and so we talked to him, and one of our members sponsored him for the materials. It gave him $1,000. We as a nonprofit, we can apply for grants. So M&T Bank has encouraged us to apply for one of their small grants, which we are hoping to receive. And using our shop, he's been coming down after school. And rounding up his materials and his funding, and started building. And so hopefully by June we'll see this great mechanical work of art kind of come to life right here in the alley.
It must make you feel just as good as it makes him feel.
Yeah, better, because I don't have to do the hard work.
What do you do for fun? There's a lot to do for fun in Ithaca.
There's a lot to do for fun in Ithaca. Hiking, of course, cycling, of course. We have a great community here in the alley, so I'll come and sit with a cup of coffee at Press Bay, or just enjoy the community. The commons, of course, are always worth the sit with a book. But I spend most of my time down in this basement.
That's kind of a place you can't miss because you're right hidden in between. We've got a lot of signs that point the way.
Signage is just okay. If you find Press Bay Alley, you'll find Ithaca Generator.
That's not easy.
We're on Geneva and Green Street. And our facility is the only one that's down a flight of stairs into the dungeon. So
into the dungeon.
If you feel like you're in the right place, just go a little further.
You got a lot of colorful personality. Is that why they made you president?
I hope not. I hope there was something else to it.
Well, it seems that you're doing such a nice job, and everybody here in Ithaca seems to be working together, and really nice people, very enthusiastic about the community.
We have received a lot of support from the community. There are other entrepreneurial spaces like Rev Hardware Accelerator. There's obviously Cornell. There's there's a huge community of folks who are interested in what we're interested in, and the support is just constant. We get when we stumble, there's somebody there helping us, pointing us toward a grant, or inviting us to the next event, and so we try to pass that along too.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you very much for your time.
The sun has just started to shine, so be in touch. It's a very interesting thing, and the price is so small once a month. It's really worth it. Look him up. He'll come by, even if he's working someplace else, right?
That's right. Yeah.
See you.
You're watching WENY HD.